Now then guys, welcome back to Dive Loop Coasters. My name is Sam and welcome to update number 6 here from Aviktas. Alright, so we're going to jump straight into it then, and I'll show you what's on this site here. There's a lot happened in these last couple of weeks. You've got machinery on site, loads of work, the foundations have been starting to dug now, so yeah, let's show you in the rear. There we are then, so here's the site as of, we're currently on the 3rd of September 2025. So yeah, you've got this giant, I think they're called augers, this giant drill basically in the centre here anyway. So I've been on the big one today as well, and obviously I was walking up the ramp here where you've got the kind of the Aviktas sign, and we'll go in the park later and show you that. But yeah, I saw this working, so you've got this giant drill thing. The reason for that I think it's so big is because you're digging into sand. So, and because you're digging sand, you have to dig a lot deeper than you would normally. You know, just to get a good foundation. So that's what they're doing there. I have been on the big one, and these drill bits here, there's a few more of them laid on the floor towards the back of the fishing shop unit, and they are just like slightly increasing in sizes. So I'm guessing it's just like, you know, if you're drilling like a big hole, you drill a smaller one, slightly bigger. So I'm guessing that's what's happening with those there. You've also got in the center screen here, you've got this white kind of truck looking thing. So that is a static cement mixer. So, and it's definitely been on, because you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the camera, I'll try zooming now, but just between the green and the white ones, you can see like a shiny patch, and that is some cement there as well. So yeah, a lot of work taking place on that one. I think the green thing is a generator, so that's probably to power the cement mixer there. But yeah, see loads and loads of stuff going on. I say there's you've got a digger there at the back, obviously the big giant drill, and then you've also got this stuff here. And if you want a bigger clue, there's a bag of cement there, so it's definitely foundations, that one. And you've also got all these breeze blocks, loads of stuff going on. So it's just, honestly, it's just an absolute world of it today. So I did come here a little bit earlier. I've actually been on park, and I filmed the last part, and now I'm filming the front bit, because we had an hour on park before it closed. I've actually just landed off the plane from Portaventura, so stay tuned, make sure to check that vlog out. But yeah, it's really interesting to see, like I say, all this block work, breeze blocks and everything, and also the hole in the center there. Again, I'll try and get you a better shot. There we are. So yeah, the actual center bit there, so where they were digging down, that center bit is a lot deeper than it was last time I was here. So yeah, an absolute shed load of work going on. Obviously you've got all the rubble here as well, so this is all that was in the ground. And yeah, I've just been talking to a couple of other enthusiasts. So I said in my last video, this area that you see now on the left hand side, this was obviously the car park. And I said, why would you board it off? Because, you know, and people said health and safety in the comments, but the whole site is effectively boarded off. Because obviously if you look here, it's all boarded off anyway, isn't it? So I think it's either to do the car park, or it is something to do with the service accommodation units, because you can see the kind of the building there, just center screen now. I'll zoom in for you. But that is obviously going to be the new Airbnb, Booking.com things. So you also, as part of the planning permission, Amanda and the park do have to plant, I think it's 60 trees? So it's about 60 trees, yeah. There's a lot of trees they have to plant anyway. And originally, on the plans, I'll put the plans on screen now as well. But originally, as you can see on the plans there, those trees were pretty much, if you take a straight line now from me to the cab of that digger that you can see right in the centre shot there, that's where the back of the building was, and that is where the trees were supposed to be. And I did mention on that I just don't think you've got the space on the right hand sides, you know, to fit the ride in. And I still stand by that today. I don't think the trees are going there. I think the trees are going to be pushed over towards the left. And it's going to be, I think it'd probably be incorporated, if you do like gardens for the service accommodation units, it's probably going to be in those. That would be my take. And then maybe have these here as like parking spaces for those service accommodation units. That's kind of what I think is going on with that there. But yeah, just a little bit of speculation, things like that. You can also see as well at the back, I've just seen that there, you've got those that little table there where they're drilling things, and that on the floor there is rebar. So rebar, obviously you pour concrete into that, it just makes the concrete stronger. So yeah, that's going on there. And they're quite thin and long, so it does kind of reinforce the fact that this drill here, which I'll get a better shot for you now, move on slightly. Yeah, that drill there, that is obviously digging the foundation work, and then you're going to put the rebar in, pour the concrete, and you're going to have basic like long concrete pins going into the sand, as opposed to, you know, like big kind of giant blocks that you'd have on other rides. But yeah, that's kind of it there going on the site. It's looking fantastic. Right, the final bit I want to talk about that actually is you've got the bridge that goes across, because obviously we're under the park now. Above us is actually the infusion, kind of, you know, the infusion walk, all the food things are there, so that's what's above us now. So you've actually got the bridge that goes up. I'll just put the camera there so you can see what I'm talking about. So obviously I'll zoom in now so you see what I mean. But that there, you can see just there's actually like a gap underneath it, and there's also one, it's slightly off camera, it's kind of over here somewhere. Yeah, so in there, I mean, again, speaking to a couple of people on the park, and you've got on there, you've got a lot of like storage in there, so it's just kind of things for the scare maze, you know, that kind of thing. So that's, I think, what's going on there. I don't think there's anything going on with that in terms of the ride itself. But of course I could be wrong, but that is what I believe. I just think that's just kind of a bit of a storage unit. So let's head in the park now then. Alright guys, so just made it on park then, so you can see the big drill here that we saw from the gate earlier. So yeah, it looks like they're doing foundation works. There's also, like I say, the cement mixer there, so it looks like that's going in now, so really exciting. We'll get you under the gate as usual. Yeah, this park is dead today, so it's nice to see it. Yeah, we'll get into the gate and we'll see what we can see. Alright guys, here we go. Good look at the construction site. It's looking good, isn't it? One more here for you guys. Yeah, you can see there the vehicles you saw earlier. Looking good. Right, I've left it till the end of the day, so it's a bit quieter, because it's horrendous to film this when you're on park, because it's just ramble. Yeah, so I'm a little bit late to the party in this, but you've got the obviously the new thing's gone on here. So you've got the Aviktas snake here, it's looking fantastic. You've got the sign over here, and then you've got this tail a little bit further down. So honestly, I'm so excited for this. It's looking brilliant. It's nice they've done this. As you know, they didn't have to do it, but yeah, you know what, there's that one there. I don't want to know. River Cave, still no word on this yet, but honestly, it's just looking grand. And obviously with the drill there, you see, I've been on the big one a few times just now. I've actually had 3 rides in it just at the back of the day now, and it is looking, so looking on the site, you've got obviously the giant drill. I mean, you can see it there, just you know, you can just see it there. So you've got a big giant drill, and the reason is obviously it's built on sand, so they have to drill quite far down to, you know, get a kind of decent foundation. All right guys, I'm just going to butt in here actually, as just before I uploaded this video, the Pleasure Beach actually dropped a video on their Instagram, and it's got basically the schematics of the ride on it. So I'm just going to put the screen on my screen now and basically talk about it. So this is what I'm seeing now. So here's the ride here, so you can see quite clearly, obviously this is Aviktas, you've got the sign there, you've got the gyro in the middle. Now, just to put this where we are here, if you follow the mouse, so this is the pathway that goes up, that you've currently got the black fences on. This here is Watson's Road, and this is where you've got the Infusion Walk and all the food units there above Infusion. This is the old car park, that obviously this whole area, this is where the bowler drone was situated. So I just want to point a few things out that I've noticed on here. So this is as we thought. You've got the queue line here where the fish and chip unit is now, and the Southern Fried Chicken. So that is where you're entering the ride. Now, if I'm just following the pathway round, so if you follow my mouse here, this looks like the entrance to the ride. And then you go all the way down here and up. So you'll enter from this platform here, and then you'll exit from here. And then this one obviously goes round here. Now, what that tells me is you're either not having a fast track queue, which I hope is true, or you've got a shared exit fast track queue, which is what they do on quite a lot of the rides. So as you come into the main entrance there, you'll take a left, and obviously that's your exit, and then you'll come right down there for the main entrance. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there, is your fast track and exit is shared. Now you've also got, I did a bit of speculation obviously in this video saying about this car park, and obviously if you look on the map here, it's quite apparent that the car park is still here. So here's the 2 gates. You can just see one of them there, and the other one is here. So I'm guessing this one's being kept as some kind of service access, you know, to Aviktas, so if you need to do anything with it. And probably the 2 little tunnels under there that we spoke about in this video. But this first gate here, so obviously the promenade is sort of down here somewhere. This is obviously the first one. It looks like you've got a second barrier there. So this is likely going to be entering in here. And then you've got the car park. So this here will be underneath the big one supports. I think these 2 little squares here and here, I think these are the supports that they're looking at. And then obviously you've got this car park. So it's going to be half the size, but you are going to have a car park. Now, I don't know if that's going to be for the park. I think it's probably going to be for the serviced accommodation units that are just in front of it. But obviously it could be for the park as well. So that's kind of what the schematic is looking like. I just thought it'd be really interesting, as I say, they've just released this information now. So I thought it'd be quite interesting to take a look at that and discuss it with you guys. But yeah, that is basically the schematic, and that's the layout of the ride. So yeah, back to earlier on. So, that's basically it from this Aviktas update today. So yeah, honestly, so excited, cannot wait. And as it kind of keeps coming in, we're going to keep doing updates, but I'm not going to do them every kind of week because there's not that much to talk about at the minute. As I say, the hardware is supposed to arrive in November, so obviously we'll have a lot more to talk about later in the project. And obviously over the close season, I'll be here pretty much every week and again the updates for you there. But that's it then, guys. So if you have found value in today's video, please make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram on Dive Coasters for all the latest. But from here today with Aviktas update number 6, thank you so much for watching. Good night, God bless, see you in the next one.